For this 30 days of whitetail, I'm going to talk with you about being able to make a shot just like that. This is something I get asked about all the time, is what my opinion is on deer if they're moving and how do you make a shot like that. So I'm going to give you a rundown here of kind of my basic thought process to this. So one, if a deer's moving, I try to assess the situation of, am I going to create a string jumper by making a noise to fully alarm that deer? Because once you've stopped a deer like this that's moving and you do that, well, now you've cocked the hammer. So it's just a matter of how sensitive is that trigger for when now the secondary sound goes off, which is going to be your bow. Are you going to trigger a string jumper that's going to react and pick his feet up and duck your string? In a lot of cases, when the shots are close like this, I will elect to make a shot if it's at a slow pace and if the weather conditions are good and I can make a good shot. So I'm going to talk with you about what I'm doing to make a shot like that. So the easiest way for me to think about it, and I referred to shooting a release before, like kind of like driving a car when it comes to clutch and gas. So what I'm going to tell you is, if you're going to make a shot where the target is moving slightly like this, then what you have to do is your elbow is the gas pedal. Always think of it like it's pushing on the gas, and honestly, my thumb is my clutch in my mind, okay? So what I'm gonna do in a situation like this is I'm gonna relate this to if you're parked on a steep hill in a vehicle with a manual transmission, then you know you've gotta be applying more gas and being at that friction point or just under the friction point, so that as you're letting off, you're heavier on the gas, so that as you're crossing that friction point, you're able to start moving right away. So same is true on a shot like this. In this case, I would pull back and I'm thinking of the tip of my elbow like it's pushing on a gas pedal like that TV back there. So I'm actually giving more gas. If I'm thinking of the tip of that elbow pushing on a gas pedal, I'm giving that thing enough gas so it's revving up, and then as I'm giving it more gas, I'm shaping my thumb, and the shot is still going to be a surprise shot, but because I'm so heavy on the gas, as I'm shaping my thumb, not swinging at it, not like making it happen, but as I'm shaping my thumb, the rear pressure is enough to, once that shaping starts to happen, I'm already pulling hard enough to where that shot goes off. So as long as the conditions are right, and as I pull back and I'm putting my pin on that, right on that front shoulder as I'm moving, if all that's in place and I'm steady and I'm following, and I know my shot's here, then I'm building gas, shaping, and getting that to go off quick, just like that. Now, if for some reason I feel like that shot is not steady or stable, and I'm, for some reason I'm still not top pin close, then at that point, I'm in a good position to maybe make that little sound, see if I can get that deer to stop, and then I can essentially do the same thing. So when it comes to being able to make these shots when they're moving quick, then make sure you're giving it more gas as you're letting off that clutch.